An open letter to President Vladimir Putin. Greetings, Your Excellency. I do not wish to waste your valuable time with decorative rhetoric, as I understand that time is one resource nobody can replace. I'm writing to you today as an unofficial representative of a younger generation of Americans. It saddens me to read that the headlines that state that the bilateral relationships between our two nations have deteriorated to an all-time low. This news comes extra disheartening when the need for global cooperation to address humanity's existential threats have become crystal clear. I want you to know that I, along with millions of other young Americans, share your optimism of hope and understand from a pragmatic perspective, relations will not be mended or reset overnight. Many of us understand the long and complex history of both cooperation against common threats as well as competition that often borderlined conflict such as during the Cold War. It is far past time that our leaders here in the United States not only accept but welcome emerging global superpowers. This emergence, as I see it, gives rise to new opportunities to provide a safer world which is more inclusive and equitable for all while simultaneously reestablishing and strengthening that bilateral relationship that ultimately will benefit our two countries. I cannot fathom why some of our leaders here have tried to stifle growth of these emerging economies, macroeconomies, I'm sorry. What I have noticed is that these leaders that are in question and that I speak of have already lived the majority of their lives, have come to the end of their careers, achieved their glory. Not to suggest that age is a factor, but it's also something that should not be ruled out. If we were attending a dinner party, we certainly wouldn't allow somebody who is leaving the dinner party to order the food for the rest of the night. I would like to hear your opinions on solutions to elevate and prioritize Russian-U.S. relations, so that maybe I can put pressures on my leaders to move in that direction. I will be honest, my number one goal is to protect global peace so that my generation and those behind me do not live in the same chilling fear of imminent threat that has conditioned our current leaders to act so defensively. But make no mistake, I will fight to the death to protect my nation and my community. In the same way, I will also hold my government accountable when I feel or see that it is doing something considered to be undermining to other nations' growth, sustainable growth. I noticed that some sanctions were put on the space sector of your nation, and I certainly find this to be undermining, considering the space industry is... I didn't finish the sentence right there, sorry. President Putin, I hope that the next 3 to 6 months, I'm going to edit the rest of this because I wrote most of this before the summit. I hope that the next 3 to 6 months yield productive, cooperative efforts to ensure peace. I feel as if your proposal for a cyber treaty is brilliant. I also think that the international leaders' call for a treaty to prepare us for the next pandemic is awesome. I also would like to propose a 100-year ban on the use, testing, development, and research on nuclear weapons. When nuclear proliferation is allowed, nobody wins. Make sure I'm not missing anything I want to read here. I look forward to an American government that's main division is not in policy or politics, but rather in the division of responsibilities and global leadership among rising superpowers. I hope you can help me reach my goal, as I hope to be able to highlight Russia's responsible and generous governance. I have always admired a leader who is afforded mercy when given every reason to invoke impunity. With great respect and admiration, Justin Cosby. Concerned human, hopeful future leader. P.S. I don't know the details about Navalny, but go easy on him, please.